like, share, and subscribe to my channel.
Run it up, Pressure, pure pressure, often applied before we see it, but always in the way we need it. Cultivating and creating, building abilities both seen and heavily felt, making you feel all the real without forgetting the fake. It's all on you how much of it you can take. That's pure pressure. Welcome to another episode, the 10th episode. Hey! I'm hyping myself up. Y'all ain't got to. It's okay. My 10th episode of PurePressha podcast. We got a lot of special guests. I'm about to start letting them flow through here so we can get this discussion started. I'm going to let y'all know, ladies, before I add y'all on here, I'm going to get to these celebrity things. We're going to talk about that stuff before we get into the actual subject. So I don't want y'all to jump into the subject early. All right? Yeah, you made it to the 10th one. And this is a special one. So, yeah, I appreciate you being here. Big girl.
Hey, big girl, how you doing?
I am well. How are you, my love?
I'm doing all right. Today was a blessed day.
Okay.
It was. It was.
Okay. Understood. So,
You know?
all right. Y'all, this is my love, my homie. This is Bianca. I call her other names. Bigger, y'all would never understand. I ain't ready to explain it. That's how, you know what I'm saying? Real friends have code names, straight up.
That
That's
part,
what it is.
right.
But I wanted her to be here because, yeah, we'll get into that. I'll explain that later. We're going to get to the celebrity news first because I'm going ahead. I just told y'all not to start the subject early, and I'm ready to do it. All right, so y'all know we didn't get into the Grammys last week because we jumped directly into the subject. But we got to shout out the people, like our community really did their thing as far as the wins for the Grammys. Like I wanted to definitely shout out the best rap album was Tyler, the Creator. Best rap song was Kanye West featuring Jay-Z. The best rap performance was Baby King featuring Kendrick Lamar. It was definitely dope. Then it was also it looked like Bruno Mars was coming through too. Like he won a whole lot of awards. Silk Sonic, Leave the Door Open won a few awards as well. Not just one, but like a couple Grammys. So I just wanted to shout them out for that. Also, it looks like Hotels, Jasmine Sullivan did her thing. Shout out to her. Happy belated birthday. She just had her birthday this week, y'all. And I did want to, always go into some stuff that's happening in Richmond. We gotta make sure we shout out the whole team. So a manager at a Suffolk 7-Eleven said customer had used $2,100 in counterfeit money for money orders, and it's being investigated as grand larceny. I just want to understand why we still doing this. Y'all don't. Okay, they didn't create a whole metaverse. Okay. Where you can get raped in the metaverse. All types of real things. Yes, women. That's what's being reported. Women are being molested, raped. All types of stuff is going on in the metaverse. Like in this little.
So that's online. So they being raped online.
Yes. Okay, so all of that type of stuff they're capable of doing that. So what makes you think they can't figure out what's going on if you playing with the fake money and the computer stuff and all that stuff? Why are y'all still doing it? They put a whole list out about the PPPs and stuff, and y'all was still going to file for them, knowing y'all ain't had no businesses. I need my people
Dumbest
to do
criminals.
better. I need my people to do better. I ain't got nothing to do with everybody
Oh,
else.
was that us? Did we do that? We did do that. Yeah, we did that. You know what?
You think they want us?
Damn. I had to think about the crime first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when they come out and finally figure out who it is, I'm willing to bet money that it's us.
Right. But I mean, like, for money orders, though, for
Cause
money
they
orders,
going,
I'm trying to
yes,
think, like, what else we
cause
could have did that for if it
they go
wasn't.
to another 7-Eleven and cash the money order.
Oh, true that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shit. It's what it is.
All you gotta,
Somebody
man,
Christmas came early.
especially if they still got. Guys, all the connection just went out. But they gonna catch somebody. It's man,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the thing. This is the thing about the government. Y'all, we might think they haven't found people. They might already know. They might be letting them get off to where they get to $500,000 or something before they go after them, so they know they nailing them to the cross, because they do not like losing. Them people do not like, oh, when you get a reduced sentence or you get probation and stuff, like, they don't like that. They want to nail you to the cross, straight up. So yeah, there's no telling. There's no telling. I watched it, like, as a manager at Best Buy. I watched them let people that work there steal and wait until they got to grand larceny. They would not, like, not the first offense. They're gonna let you keep on
Mm-hmm.
thinking you got away with it. They're gonna keep putting
Right.
you in positions to be have access to things that they know you could think you gonna steal easily. All that.
Yeah.
I watched it happen. I'm telling you, them people ain't playing with y'all. Y'all need to relax. Anyway,
People
the
stupid.
the baby tried to kiss one of his fans and she curved him. So this is what I want to say. The baby. La baby. It ain't y'all. No, it's definitely y'all baby, because it's not my baby. Um, bruh, do you not realize that it's a few of us is not really, we not bumping with you, my guy. We don't fool with that, especially as single mothers and stuff, and they've
I
been
heard
through
that's not what
traumas and
really
stuff.
happened, though.
Hold on, hold on. Now, some of that stuff, of course, was played up. Of course, it's always played up, just like this Will Smith stuff. But we not. I digress.
No, it's supposedly like the girl wanted to kiss him first or some shit, but like her friend got to kiss him first. So then when he went to kiss her, she was like, nah, nah, nah.
Yeah, because she
I don't
don't
know
want to
how
talk
true that
about
is.
that.
Either way, I wouldn't let him kiss me, so it don't matter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. First of all, I wouldn't been trying to kiss him at all, because what?
Right.
He's wild. He's proven to be,
Yeah.
man, ain't
And
no,
just disrespectful.
he's beyond disrespectful. Like, no, get the, no, the fuck.
Yeah.
My attitude too rude about stuff like that. Nope, you got me confused, sir. He need to relax. He definitely needs to relax. Chris Brown is out here hinting about a new album. He talking about it's a whole lot of pain and stuff that went into this album. Y'all know Chris been going through it. Like, he ain't been saying a whole lot about what he been going through, but he been going through it. He been coming through with the receipts, though, to let y'all know, stop playing with him. Okay, he's getting very VA about it. Stop playing with me. Okay, so
I can't have sympathy for him. He got too much money for me to have sympathy for.
yeah, them rich people problems. That's why we get in their business.
Exactly. It's like have
Because
your bad days. I got mine too.
yeah, I got mine too. Because trust me, I got some drama going on in my life too.
You
But
know?
we're gonna get into it. Okay, but anyway, so also, it looks like Nicki Minaj was the first new guest on Carpool Karaoke with James Corden after they had a 2-year pause because of COVID and stuff. Because you couldn't be that close to nobody in no damn car. Talking about COVID. That show, I don't know about y'all, but I love that show. To see the celebrities and stuff be sitting in there rapping songs and singing their favorite songs or their own songs and stuff like that. So that was kind of sweet that Nicki Minaj was the first person to pop out. Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker got married in Las Vegas, but then it come out that it wasn't a real marriage because none of them was open. So they did like a little fake ceremony, and then when they did the legal paperwork, whatever, don't nobody care.
Right.
But Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, like, they did this, the little skit and stuff, and she got the little carpet and stuff from it. Every time in the interview, when Kourtney is trying to talk, Kim is interjecting like, bruh, it's not all about you, bro.
Oh, she
Then
can't help it. She
she
got
cannot.
diva-itis.
She cannot. And then now, you know what I'm saying? They talking about Ray J might drop another part of, you know what I'm saying, and Whack 100 talking about, you know what I'm saying, they allegedly may
Right.
drop another part of the sex tape. Like, I knew it was
Hmm.
more to the sex tape. Everybody knew it was more to the sex tape. It's always
But
more.
just why? Like, how many angles of this woman asshole do y'all want to see at this point? Like, just let the lady have her own body
My thing
parts to
is this.
herself.
If Ray J is involved in this, my question to Ray J is, um, the AirBuds not selling, my guy, the scooters and shit, they not selling? The glasses?
Hmm.
Because
I
why?
don't know.
Because for why? Because you really are, you got your hand in a lot of business ventures that people don't even pay attention to that are making money. So I'm confused.
Right. I wanted a scooty bike. You know? Shit. I wanted a damn scooty bike. As soon as I see that shit, I was like, oh, that look like fun. What
It
did I get?
definitely look
I
like
got a
fun.
Volvo.
That's it.
I wanted a goddamn scooty. What did I ask for? I asked for a scooty bike. What I get? A Volvo.
I'm gonna let you rock with that.
That's
Anyways,
all I'm saying.
so the reason that I wanted her to come in is because this episode is like mainly to give y'all insight on spiritually meet the topic spiritually hood, which originally was supposed to be the title of the podcast. However, I found that somebody else was already using that name, and PurePressha was already my brand, so I used, my brand name, which to me, honestly, I'm kind of happy that it worked out that way because Pure Pressure is like really a great explanation to what this podcast is. I don't do the little cutesy topics and the stuff that everybody want to talk about and, all that stuff. No, I'm not. I ain't doing none of that. I'm going to do the stuff that we really need to discuss and we really need to get into to really help us. It's not just to help you, you know what I'm saying, spiritually necessarily, but to understand yourself completely. Like, it's about understanding. That's the whole point and premise of this show. But I wanted to bring her as a special guest because I told y'all before that I started the podcast before, because of TikTok and the feedback that I was getting about the, lives that I did and the inspirational Monday morning posts and things like that. But before I got to that point, there were a few people in my life that have been around that I recognized through shadow work and through my spiritual journey that they triggered certain parts of that journey. And this person is the person that triggered the beginning of my spiritual journey, and she doesn't know that. She's learning that while y'all know that.
Oh, yay.
So we built a bond. We were co-workers. We built a bond beyond that, like quick, like that was just what it was.
Hmm.
But then we also learned things about each other. We shared things, and we had some similar stories and some similar backgrounds and traumas and things like that. But beyond that, it was her nature and her spirit and her freedom, like her acknowledging who
Oh,
she was as a woman, completely spiritually, sexually, culturally, all of that. Like,
oh.
she didn't ever leave out any part of who she is. She is mixed, say descent. So not only that, but also letting me know, and she's younger than me, so letting me know, like, hey, don't forget that sexy part of you. Don't forget that
Right.
part. Don't forget to bring the attitude. Don't forget to open your mouth and say what you need to say and feel how you need to feel. Like, she was the first
Yeah.
person to ignite that in me, and I never knew that. Like, I had to sit down and go through therapy and like be put on an assignment to make a list of people who triggered certain parts and thoughts and feelings. Like, it was a list of the feelings, and it was who triggered those for me, and that was the first person that
Oh,
came to
wow.
mind when it came to the beginning of that. So that was really me learning who I was. That was the beginning of
Oh.
it. So I had to bring her on here, and also because she's also one of the reasons why I decided to do the ancestry, to find out where my people come from for real,
Mm-hmm.
and to find out that I'm West Indian is wild.
Hey people. We people. That's why you
Exactly,
bigger.
exactly. Because my family heritage, from my bloodline apparently comes from Grenada. So
Okay,
yeah,
that's dope. That's
I'm
dope.
definitely planning on going back. I need to figure out what's going on with that. What had happened. Um,
Yeah. Kind of
cause
hard
it's
to catch
not.
a flight these days.
We talked
Right.
about that last week. Them people pissed me off. Um,
Mm.
mm. So
She
yeah,
terrible.
yeah. So I also wanted to bring her on here because yeah, she's very, she a little open like me sometimes about some stuff. Um, she don't mind, saying how she feel.
Well, I
Sometimes.
appreciate I first of all, I appreciate you saying that because I do remember us being like mad close real easy,
Hmm.
and I was just so honestly, I was just so happy to see us get along, you know,
Yeah. Facts.
because it's usually not two
Drama.
pretty black girls, you know what I'm saying? Both of them cute and everybody, and it's all love, and we was always rooting for each other,
Facts.
and that was just
Even
like,
with the
wow,
drama.
okay. Yes, like it was drama. It was drama, but we didn't have no drama,
No, we
And
didn't.
then
We was
I
always
always,
good.
right, right. And I always felt like, I can recognize strong women
Hmm.
that are lacking the same things that I'm lacking. So when
Facts.
I speak into you, it's like I'm speaking into myself too, and you did that for me. And I saw that and it was honest. So I feel like that's why we always vibe.
Yeah, because it was always genuine. And that's what I
Right.
mean. Like, the voice that I carry now, and how open and how upfront and how I refuse to
Mm-hmm.
be silenced, you triggered that. Because I don't care what you was
Wow.
going through. I don't care what the situation was, family, relationship, whatever, work wise. You was like, and it's crazy, y'all, because it's always the short people, the short, assertive people.
Look,
Like,
what you
she was like,
mean?
if you don't own this, like, that
Right.
was really like always the vibe. Like, what's wrong with you? What's going on? We not doing it. Let's go. And
Mm-hmm.
if you ask any of my friends, that I'm that person to other people. So to have that person to just drop in your life, and then it drop in my life at a time where I was in major transition. Like, I was in transition on all levels. So yeah, that was definitely needed, because the things that I had to grow through since then,
Yeah.
if I didn't get that trigger at that time, how I did with that bond included,
Yeah.
mm-mm.
Right.
I probably wouldn't have been nowhere near where I am right now. No
But
way.
you know what's crazy? They would look at us and think it's not that. They would look at us and be like, yo, they just got it all together.
Right.
Like they just got it all together. And it's easy for them. And like we was really going through some
Yeah.
stuff,
We would.
still showing up,
What?
best foot forward, even though the best foot is not looking like
Listen,
how it
I'm
is.
not gonna tell nobody else's business, but this episode is about me expressing myself and telling my business. So I'm gonna be frank. I was homeless. I was living with my grandma. I was sleeping on my grandma's couch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My kids were sleeping upstairs in the extra bedroom. You know what I'm saying? I was going through a custody battle. And then I was
Mhm.
meeting somebody new and not sure if I wanted to deal with them. And that ended up being my husband.
Mm. Right.
So I was going through a whole lot of stuff at one time. And then I ended up getting on my feet, getting a place, getting a car, having a new relationship, all that stuff, like just everything, like real fast. And it wasn't necessarily the best situation to go into from what I had just come from. Because I had just come from a situation that wasn't the happiest, the safest, it was a
Hmm.
toxic, abusive relationship. And it was
Right.
just not, I shouldn't have been jumping from one situation to another, but I didn't do the work. Like, I stayed single for a while, but I didn't do the work. I,
Hmm.
I was just single and just by myself, isolated and just trying to figure it out. But I
Right.
wasn't actually working on myself. That work didn't come until I left that marriage. And I've been doing that for the
Mhm.
last 4 years. So that's what brought me to the podcast. Me actually taking time to look at myself, like all of me, the stuff that we don't like to talk to people about, the stuff that nobody
Right.
knows, the stuff that only you and God know, and only y'all, can handle.
Right.
I had to sit in all of that and really like pull myself out of it also, like to know that that was something that I went through, but that wasn't who I was. And
Right.
that was what was really holding me in a lot of situations. That's why I felt codependent and always jumping in relationships. Like,
Yeah.
granted, I wasn't just outside, but I was always in a relationship, and I would give years of my life to a situation that started off wrong. Every single one of the relationships with my children's father started off for the wrong reason, the wrong way.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Period. All of them. It was very clear that they were not supposed to happen. They were not supposed to go in the manner that they did.
Really?
It was apparent. It was Six Flags. It was
Wow.
Six Flags. And that's also what I wanted to talk about. I want to take accountability as well for my part, because I saw those flags. And as women, we know stuff
Mm-hmm.
before they know stuff. We be
Right.
knowing. But
Yeah.
this was me. I can fix it. I can fix it.
Right.
Whatever it is, I can
Right.
fix it. Come on, give it to me. I'll take it all. And then I was
Mm-hmm.
drained, and then I was gaining weight, and then I was depressed, and then I was thinking about taking myself out of here. Um, I
Mm-hmm.
was
Right.
doing it to myself though, because these people presented who they were, and I chose to say I'm gonna fix it instead of
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, that's you. I can deal with that or I can't."
Right.
And it
Right.
wasn't my job to fix people, but it was also something that triggered me going to counseling and recognizing that came from the fact that I felt like I always had to be the one to hold in so much. There was so much that went
Right.
on in my household as a child that I always was told what happens in this house stays in this house.
Mm.
And that 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 is something that I'm never teaching my kids that. We're not
Right.
doing that. If you feel like
Yeah.
something's
That's a
going
toxic
on,
cycle.
it is. If you feel like it's something going on in this household that shouldn't be going on in this household, I need you to say it. I need
Mm-hmm.
you to express it. Me and my kids have weekly conversations on Sundays, and they tell me what I did good and what I did bad without any consequences, repercussions. Tell me, because I want them to know and understand that their feelings matter too. They're human beings. They
Exactly.
have feelings. They have emotions. They have their own mindsets, their own, they are us.
Yeah.
And how can I say that I'm a goddess or I'm a god and I'm a queen and not acknowledge the heirs?
That part.
How can I do
Right.
that?
Right.
But it's so
Yeah.
prominent in our community. That's what it is. It's always, shh, don't tell nobody. You be quiet. Don't you hold that in. And
Right.
then, okay, they have to grow up holding on to all of that stuff. Where you think all that stuff goes when they become 25, 30, 40 years old? It's
Right.
still there. They've been holding it for you because they was told to hold
Right.
it. And then the whole time they're acting out, and they don't know why they're acting out, because of course a lot of us are not going to get help. We're not going, even if you feel like you don't want to do a therapist, there are other forms of, like, there's spiritual guidance and other ways
Yeah.
that you can go along. And I found to do both. I did both, and I'm still doing both. I want to
Right.
continue to do both. Like, you have to find an outlet for that stuff, because I was bottling stuff up, and I was repeating my mother and father's relationship in my relationship.
Oh, absolutely. Because that's where you got it from.
I was toxic, is, I don't know, when I say toxic,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But you know what?
yeah, toxic.
But you know what? My perspective is that, because that's deep though, but my perspective has changed in that, our parents made the mistakes that they made and they did the toxic stuff that they did. And I feel like all of that stuff was deeply rooted in how they were brought up. Our generation has it so bad because we have the knowledge of knowing that certain actions and behaviors and methods of parenting are toxic. So we have to try to change that. But then it's different from what we're used to. And then when our parents see us doing it, they don't understand, and the kids are acting differently because we have different methods. And it's just causing all types of confusion, especially because we got so many other things to be worried about outside of trying to change some toxicity. You know what I'm saying? So now at the end of the day, you sitting there looking like all the time, am I doing what's right for me, my kids, my family? You know what I'm saying? Am I making people proud?
You don't necessarily want to disrespect your family, nature,
Exactly.
and your traditions and things like that.
Exactly. But at the same time, right. That's our generation's thing to bear. That's what we have to carry. That's just the step that we at. And out of history, all of the battles that Black women and families and parents have had to face, like, this is not nothing.
Not at
like
all.
I would take this over trying to decide if I'm let my kid go off to slavery or off them because I don't want them to live that life. Like they was making big decisions.
Exactly. And that's what counseling
right.
and the spiritual guidance and the shadow work did for me. Like, they made me look into it and really recognize, like, my mom really did the best she could with what she was given.
Right.
She really, she grew up going through some stuff too. My grandma was a little different. She holy as all what now. But back then,
and our kids is going to be that much more better for that, for the work, for the groundwork that we putting in and all of the things that we're trying to do to be better. When it's their time to be parents, they're going to be like, Ma, some of the stuff that you did was all right. My kids check me now. She like, nah, I don't like it when you do this. I don't appreciate when you do that. I feel like, sometimes when I get a little too spicy, she like, look, you've been yelling all week. Okay. Like all week. Like, what are you trying to accomplish here? And I recognize logic. So if you tell me I'm wilding, okay, let me start wilding.
Be a little spicy. You can be a little spicy.
Yeah. Right, like you getting spicy, like calm down.
Listen, my oldest is about to be 14, and she'll tell me, all right, Mom, like, not too much on me. And it's like, I don't take it as disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I take it as her being like, all right, Mom, like, I get it. All right now.
Right.
Like, and I leave that space open for them to do that, because like I told my son the other day, it's okay for you to tell me if you're not feeling something. And I go back and apologize to my kids.
Right. So when you say that though, right? So I'm in a situation where, you're living in a single parent household. I'm married. Right. Mm-hmm. So it's certain things that I may say or I may believe are okay. But as a father looking at it, he's like, nah, that's not okay. Prime example, something minor. Everybody says, when you say something or whatever, they go, lies. He thinks that's disrespectful for a kid to say that. Lies.
So that's because he's more of a traditional parent. He's an old school parent, because that's how.
But not even. It's just that. It's just that phrase, though. That phrase, and then how it's used, he feels like it's disrespectful.
Yeah, because that's just like, okay, think about like back in the day, if you told your mom that she was lying or she was telling a story. You telling a story. You what? I'm telling a story, so you calling me a liar? You can't say that to your parents.
Well, let me tell you, like I said, my parents Caribbean, my mom is different. Yeah, so my mom raised me like if somebody trying to pull the wool over your eyes, like let them know you got the wrong fool. Okay, like that's not how. So I probably was raised a little combative, because I wish somebody would try to tell me some stuff, and I know you're lying.
It's not even combative. It's not combative. You were just raised differently. Okay, so this is something I also recognize in my relationship style. I was raised on struggle and knowledge, not so much on love. Like there was love, like there, but I really didn't get a bond with my mom until I was 25. And then that bond kind of was taken aback when I left my ex-husband. She didn't like that. She didn't approve of me leaving. But it wasn't for her. It wasn't her marriage.
Right.
She won't dealing with the
sorry.
that I was
sorry.
Yeah, you married. So I also recognized through therapy and through me doing shadow work that the reason that is because everything she wanted from my father, he was. But that doesn't mean that he was the man for me just because he was giving what my father wasn't giving you.
Right.
Because just
Yeah.
because you go to work does not mean that you taking care of home and you're taking care of me as a woman and my mental and my physical and
Right.
all that stuff, my spiritual needs.
Yeah.
And he was not. And he also was going to work and not taking care of finances either. So, boop.
Right.
Just because you got a job don't mean you stable.
Right.
Let's not
And
hold
what's
that
going
up.
to satisfy one woman is not going to satisfy the other. It's not a copy and paste method
Exactly.
like,
But
okay,
see, this is the
insert
thing.
man.
And this is something I also had to recognize. Me and my mother we have the same name. I and my mother's namesake. We are also 5 days apart. Like her birthday is April 25th and mine is April 30th. So she expected me to be a certain way because I'm her namesake and because we are so close in birth, but we're so different. We're both Taurus,
Right.
but we're so
Right.
different. Like,
Uh-huh.
I'm getting to be more like her as I get wiser and I understand myself more. Certain things change, but some things will never be the same.
Right.
My laid back nature and stuff like that, most of that comes from my mom. My attitude comes from my mom. But like how I view life is completely different from my mom. My personality, like me being outgoing, this type of stuff that I do, this painting and being out loud and doing podcasts and stuff, my mom would not dare. She's a chef.
Right.
She stay in the kitchen and be
That's
quiet.
because you too, you know.
Exactly.
You a little bit of her, but you a whole lot of you.
I'm a whole lot of me, but I'm a whole lot of my grandmother too. And that's the thing. I'm like a combination of them, and she hated. But
you know what? I feel that though. I feel that because like I plan both of my daughters, but with my oldest daughter, I wanted to make her a Virgo, right? Because you know I'm Virgo Nation. So I wanted to make her a Virgo, but because such a perfectionist, planning shit out, and she comes August 10th, and so I got a Leo. Right, instead of a Virgo. So it's just, I get that wanting to see you, you know, and then that's my first baby. So wanting to see you and your daughter, you know, but she quickly let me know I am me. You are you. And the first time I realized that she was her own person, which is sad. I think she was like 10 and we were shopping for clothes and she was like, Ma, I got my own swag. Our swags are not the same. I said, oh my God.
Period. My daughter has
not your own swag, honey.
But see, this is the thing. Me and my oldest daughter, we have kind of a similar swag, but we have a different shape. So my daughter is tall and slim, and she hates that she's slim because I got hips and butt, and her little sister, my youngest daughter, has hips and butt, and my son is thick too. So she feels some type of way but she is so gorgeous, like whatever.
Right.
Anyway, she ready to recognize it. She's starting to. Anyway. She about to be 14, driving me up.
Lord, puberty gonna be an eye opener.
What? It is an eye opener. She's in puberty. She's been in puberty for 2 years now.
Damn.
Oh Jesus.
Ain't it though? But let me tell you,
she just discovered her sexuality. So we.
Okay.
Pray for
girl,
me.
look. My daughter be telling me about pronouns and stuff.
Okay. So I have a little cousin that's non-binary, so that was already a discussion in my house because I'm the only person in my family that fully accepts it, and I acknowledge them as them instead of her. And everybody else still says her and calls them by that name, but they have a different name, and I call them by the name that they chose.
Do you think that the people are meaning to say, you know, her, you know, because I would find that difficult to say them, you know.
My grandmother definitely does it because she ain't going for it. She ain't hearing it. When I told my grandmother that I was bisexual, she told me I was tripping, and she tried to put holy oil on me.
Ooh, okay. Come on with the pray together way.
Yeah, but my grandma. Okay, so this is the thing. This is also why I went my own way as far as spirituality is concerned, because although my grandmother introduced me to West Indian culture, she didn't explain to me why she was introducing it to me. She just introduced it to me. But I also know my grandmother was outside when she was younger, and that's all I'm gonna say. She was a city girl. Okay.
All right.
So ever since my grandmother, she got Daisy Dukes up her behind and a crop.
Come on.
So that part of me comes from my grandmother. So my grandmother was out here. She was out here chasing the bag. Okay, if you ain't got
all right, getting the rent paid. Hey,
yeah, she wasn't with it. Period. So,
Okay.
my mom is more of the I'm gonna hold you down. I'm gonna make sure we good regardless, because that's what I'm gonna
Right.
do. I'm riding for my man. So I got both of them in me, but I
Mm-hmm.
learned the balance because I was becoming a pick me, and I said I would, and I
Mm.
ain't with it. I'm
Right.
not with it. Like me sitting
Right.
down and shutting up is
Yeah.
not
Nah.
feasible. Somebody gonna get hurt in the end because I'm gonna blow up eventually. So at some point I'm
Yo,
gonna
I
snap, and that's
I
what
had that
happened.
conversation. I was like, we was watching something and they said, yeah, you got an alpha female. And I looked at my eyes. I said, am I alpha female? He said, yeah. I said, damn, I want to be a beta. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder how that feel to
No,
feel like
mm-mm,
somebody
mm-mm.
is capable of putting your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What are the perks of being a beta?
But see, this is the thing. I don't know what the perks are because I've never been that, and I'm probably never be that, and I don't care to be that. Okay, this is why
Right.
though. I feel like you don't have to transform and be a beta to submit. You know what I'm saying? Um,
No, not for submission's sake,
Hold
but
on.
for like
No,
perk's sake.
I know, but what I'm saying, that would depend on who you know what I'm saying, who your alpha male is and what they say your person is, what y'all capabilities are in y'all relationship for real. That's based on y'all agreement. Like that's the whole thing
So
about
a beta is
relationship
different for
anyway.
everybody.
Pretty much like a beta for
Okay.
one man might be that you be fully covered and all that, and another might just be that you
Mm.
be loyal and that you don't let no other nigga think they can get that your nigga position. You get what I'm saying? So it
Mm.
depends on who you're talking to, because I have had that conversation with different people and got different responses. Like if what does you know what I'm saying, tone it down and all that stuff, what would that look like to you? Like if you had me the way you would like me perfectly for you, what would it look like? And it's
Hmm.
different for everybody. So
I
it
mean,
just
yeah, true.
depends. And I have also recognized that I have had alpha males in my life, but I have not necessarily been in a total relationship with an alpha male, because the males that I
Hmm.
chose, they gravitated towards me because I'm dominant and because I'm alpha.
Right.
They were more like laid back and just, okay, whatever you want, whatever you say. And I
Hmm.
also recognize too that that was my fault. That's part of my accountability with that, because I knew that's not for me. Like I don't want no
Hmm.
pushover. I don't want nobody that I feel like I gotta save us. I gotta secure everything.
Right. Right.
Like I never felt safe enough to submit. And then when I met
Hmm.
somebody, well, I've known this person anyway, but when I was around this person in a different light, and I was able like to feel like, okay, I can, you know what I'm saying, be a female. I can
Right.
be feminine. I don't have to be,
Right.
oh no, so protective and
Hmm.
all. Like that feels crazy.
Yeah, it
Feels
does.
crazy different.
It
Yeah,
does.
need that in my life, because
So when did you
it
get to the
don't really want to be like that.
realization? When did you get to the realization that that's what you were missing, as opposed to is something wrong with you?
5 years ago,
And what happened?
I decided that I needed to leave my marriage, and I was like not even 6 months in.
Damn. It be
But
like that.
the relationship, this is the thing. That whole situation, I had broke it off with that person
Hmm.
before they proposed to me. They tried to use the proposal to get me back.
Okay.
And where they did the proposal, they did it while we were visiting my mom in Colorado on my birthday before we got on the plane to come back home. All this extra stuff. They got my
Right.
son to ask me, "Mommy, will you marry Daddy?" All of that. It was all
Oh,
of that extra stuff. All
right.
the stuff that they knew was important to me, but they
Yeah.
also knew the conversation we had before we got on the plane to go.
Hmm.
So it was like I said yes, and I should have just said no in front of everybody, but I didn't want to embarrass him. So
Right.
it was like I did what wasn't right, and then it was like it was instant resentment. So as soon as we got on
Mm.
the plane, like I wasn't feeling him. We got in the car to go home, I wasn't feeling.
Mm.
I was just not there, and it was very clear that I wasn't there. And then it was other stuff that
Right.
was going on too that I felt like I was the only person taking accountability for, and it wasn't fair. So I just called everything off. Like, look, we were supposed to have a wedding in Jamaica. We had already signed papers to be legally married, and went to my church and all that stuff and had it officiated. But in
Hmm.
order to go to Jamaica, we would have had to have those legal documents already. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
my mom was paying for the wedding and everything. I called it off. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna have my mom pay all that money for all of that and do all of that
Right.
and have people fly over there and get
Mm-hmm.
bridesmaids dresses and all this stuff. Like, this is the thing. It wasn't just me. That's what I had to recognize as well, because he wasn't trying to pick his groomsmen, things. He wanted me to pick everything. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like, he didn't want to participate in anything. It was just like, do whatever you want to do. Like,
Right.
what? You asked to
Yeah.
marry me saying that you wanted to be the leader of this household, that you wanted to be I'm supposed to follow your lead, and you don't want no
Mm-hmm.
parts in the ceremony to present that to God and our families and everything. Like,
Right.
wow. So it was,
Yeah.
also accepting the fact that we both, like, the only reason we were still in a relationship is because I was still there. Because
Mm.
he wasn't going to be the one to be like, all right. Because he wasn't happy either.
Right.
No matter what he says, he wasn't happy. And he fought me. He took it. We just got divorced. Like, shit just getting finalized. I had to go through hell because he kept not participating. He was not trying to do it. He was like, what's the
Mm-hmm.
purpose? And it's like, because I need that. So you need this.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
go about your business. You already dating,
Yeah.
all that. Like, go about your business. Don't
Not
be
already
acting.
dating.
Yeah, he in a whole relationship. He living, girlfriend, all that. Like, so I don't even understand what the purpose was. Like, in holding, and I've talked to different males to get their perspectives on what why he would want to contest the divorce or not participate in getting the divorce and stuff like that. And I've
Mm-hmm.
gotten different perspectives, and it still don't make sense to me. I don't care. Like, it's other than just being selfish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. I don't understand, because
Yeah.
it would have been
Something.
cheaper. I had to pay
Yeah.
for it by myself, and it would have been cheaper if you would have just said, "All right, we would have paid $75 and it would have been done." I had to pay $300 and some dollars.
Mm-hmm. But when it's what you want, it's worth it, ain't it?
Yeah, because I'm out of there.
Right.
Not
That's
through. I
Mm-mm.
got to go. And yes, I had to say what I had to say. Like, and it's like, to this day, he's still resentful. Like, he makes comments and stuff. You left, okay, and I did. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Right.
do it again. And I do it again. Big
Look,
TikTok said,
sometimes you
I
got
do it
to.
again, and I do it some more, and I do it some
Right. Sometimes you
more.
got to.
Because, no, y'all don't understand. Like, I have gone through a lot of things spiritually and just like in dating, trying to date, you know what I'm saying, in these last 4 years
Mm-hmm.
since I've been separated and stuff. But it's like, the freedom and the peace that I've had during that time is like, I've gone through struggles and things like that. Of course, you're going to have, you know what I'm saying, your time moments, your moments. It's always going to be
Mm-hmm.
some moments and some stuff. It's always coming. But at the same time, it's like, I am doing what feels good to me. I am being honest with
Right.
me. So it's like, if you don't like it, okay, then, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, it's not for you. That's cool. But this is who I am.
Right.
This is where I am in my life. This is what I want for my life. This is what I'm going to do. Like, if you with it or
Right.
not. Either love me or leave me alone. Straight up. That's just what it is. Like, I'm not pressed to try to conform to be somebody else for somebody. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to act like my beliefs are not what they are. Like, I have accepted that I do not believe in monogamy.
Right.
I don't. Some people do. To each his own. That's for everybody else. But I believe in bonds and understandings. I do believe in relationships, and I do believe in loyalty. So I don't mean
Mm-hmm.
like that everybody should just be out here free for all. But I just don't. I only date black men or men of
Okay.
African descent.
Hey,
So,
it's a preference.
okay. Um, and I believe that black men are kings. And during my
Ain't they though?
spiritual, okay,
Mm-hmm.
love a black man till the day I see. So for real, love them. So
Mm-mm.
but through my spiritual journey and through me studying Ifa, have learned that Black men are meant to have as many as they can take care of.
That part,
And
take care of.
yeah, take care of. Now,
They don't want to include that one.
Let's not get it
That's the part they
confused.
always leave out.
Let's not get
Men
it
can have as
confused.
many. That's all they hear. They only heard many. They ain't hear that they can take care of. Right.
Let's
And
not
that's
hold that up.
properly. And you got to take care of the whole.
Kids and whoever else kids you dealing with, no, you gotta be able to take care
Right.
of everybody. Everybody got
Yep.
to be at the same level. Everybody got to be good.
And everybody got to have the same amount of comfortability.
Exactly. And
Period.
I also
Because if I'm
believe,
not comfortable, you're not taking care of me.
period. And then
Hmm.
also with that, for me, in order for me to be comfortable sharing my king with another queen, she has to be bringing something equal or above what I'm bringing as well. She can't be no slouch because I'm not no slouch.
Right.
And I've had people try to bring people to the table that was like, you can't even she is you it can't even be physical. So what? Like
Right.
what did she do? Like what? I'm confused.
Look,
Because
I can't look, I respect everybody hustle, but I can't share because soon as somebody get close, like I just want to fight. Like my body just want to fight. It's just automatic reflex. Like I just want to fight. Like don't be nowhere. Don't be nowhere. Oh my God. Don't be
no,
nowhere.
see,
I want to
that's
fight
the thing.
automatically.
I love
Automatically,
women as well.
but I
I
do
believe women are
recognize
beautiful.
that it can work. You know what I'm saying? If it's what three people want to do, that shit can work. Because when I was thinking about it, I was like, yo, somebody else could do the laundry. Somebody else could cook dinner tonight. Somebody else, somebody the fuck else. Okay. But see, what I'm not saying is you get to smash eventually.
See.
Cause that's where
Okay,
the
so that's the
CD
thing.
gets
Okay, so
skipped.
this is the thing. That's why I said I believe in understandings and bonds and relationships, because I feel
Right.
like you and your parties, your partners, decide
Mm-hmm.
what your relationship dynamic looks like. So
Right.
you can have where it's one man and multiple women. You can have where it's one woman and multiple men. You can have where
Mm-hmm.
it's where all of y'all are dating each other. You can have it where the man is
Right.
just dating the women and the women are just dating that one man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
Mm-hmm.
can have it however y'all see fit for y'all, but that's for y'all to determine. Me, like I have said before on the last two podcasts, and I'm gonna say it again because it's part of my spiritual journey. I had to recognize as well, because I am an alpha female, I have to be the first one. I can't be y'all bitch.
That part.
Like me and my man can have our bitches, but I can't be somebody's their
Add
bitch.
on.
It's not.
Can't be no coleslaw.
I can't. I've never been a side,
Mashed
y'all. And
potatoes.
even it's like
Little
even
string
the times
beans.
that and don't get me wrong, because I ain't don't get it twisted. I'm very humble about it because I have tried being a side bitch just to see what it felt like. Like for the little side bitch person and shit like that, I can't do it. I'm not built for it.
Mm-mm.
Eventually, I'm gonna overpower. First of all, my energy is gonna shift some
Mm-hmm.
shit.
In the motherfucking
It's going
atmosphere, you
to
ain't lying.
shift some shit. Like even like in a recent experience, like a person approached me and they asked me, like I'm going in a situation trying to be a side, like knowing that you got somebody else, and I'm like, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
trying to get in where I fit in because I'm just
Mm-hmm.
dating right now. I'm not taking anybody
Right.
seriously. And that
Mm-hmm.
person like pursued me on some like, first of all, I didn't know that they had broken up because the perception was they were still together. So I didn't know that they were broken up.
Right.
But like they have a very, you know what I'm saying, open dynamic. So they, speak about stuff. She very clear, like, no, we're not together, we're not doing each other, whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
like straight up like started confessing love and telling people I was his
Oh.
girlfriend and posting me
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff. And I was just like,
Falling in love, huh? Hmm.
um,
He
so
got the
so
side
so
chick
so
package.
so I don't post people that ain't my nigga.
Right.
Um,
That's
I
awkward.
don't move like that. And then it was like, well, I'm trying to be you. No, I want you what,
Oh,
like, and I'm just like, bro, you got a whole situation.
oh
Like,
yeah.
y'all just broke up. And then the situation is deeper than that. I'm not going to tell nobody else business because some people probably know this person. So I'm not even going to do all of that because it's not necessary. That's not how I operate. Even though they operate like that, they tell everything
Mm.
everywhere. But I'm not that girl, bro. And then also, you're already coming in, you're telling this girl this, you know what I'm saying, this, and she's a younger girl, like you're telling this girl and other people on live and all that stuff like that, I'm what you want her to be and where she's
Oh.
trying to get to, and
Mm.
it's like, I
Okay.
understand what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, the adoration and all that stuff and the respect and the love. I
Right.
do appreciate it and I understand it. And I don't think it's fake. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's fake. I definitely know because I've been around people and I've had people just be around me for a little bit and been different.
Right.
It done been different.
Mm-hmm.
And that's male or female, not just male.
Mm-hmm.
So I know, you know what I'm saying? But it
Mm-hmm.
was just like, I don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? And I needed him to
Right.
understand and respect the fact that I don't move like that. And then it was just like press. And it took me back to a place that I ain't trying to go to. Like, I'm not 24. I'm about to be
Right.
34.
Yeah.
I don't do the toxic. I don't do the blowing people's phones up, making all these comments, getting on, talking about stuff on social
Mm-mm.
media.
It's so unnecessary and draining.
I don't move like that. I
Yeah,
do
it's
not
people just
move
need to
like that.
meditate. Like,
And
no.
also, like, that makes you like, I don't know.
No, say it. Speak it. Give it, look, Iyala Bazai. Give it words.
I keep telling
Put
y'all,
words to it.
she ain't gonna never let me slouch.
Sure.
She's not
Give
gonna
it
let me slouch.
words.
So
What it is.
it makes you come off to be not what you say you are,
Mm.
because you give off alpha energy, but that's
Counterfeit?
some beta energy.
Oh.
That's some beta energy doing stuff like that. Certain stuff is just not necessary. And then also, I have also acknowledged my accountability and stuff, because since I have been single, I've tried dating people that are younger than me, Lord Jesus.
I tried that before too. It's rather, you know what? That's a tricky situation because you could get, like, they used to people telling them what to do already. And you
Okay,
bossy.
so this is what people keep telling
So,
me. People keep telling me I have to decide if I want to train somebody or not. And even like my
that
old
part.
heads, been told me this. Like, it's up to
Yeah.
you to decide. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna
Ain't
train,
nobody got time for that training
you
shit
got
because
to
that
do
training shit these days is messy. It's messy as fuck. Anybody got time? Anybody got
and that
time?
shit is
You training
draining,
your ass.
bruh.
Mm-mm.
Like,
I ain't doing it.
I done tried to train people that's my age, so I know training
Mm-mm.
people that's younger than me is gonna be.
Right. Like no. Like no. And then now you gotta go look at his mother and she looking at you like what the hell you doing? Lady?
No, okay, so this
Ma'am.
is another thing. The
Like,
mama is all in. She like, I like her. She tell you like it is. She not with it. She
uh,
not messing with you. She
oh,
not playing with it.
not
She give
trying
you
to get him
straight
out the
up.
house. See, you gotta watch out for
No,
them ones.
she don't. He don't live with his mama. I do. We wouldn't even be talking about none of this.
I know
What?
that's right.
I don't care if you're
Mm-hmm.
younger than me or not. You got to be somewhere. Get the what?
Right. Right.
So so no, it's not that, but it's just like she's all with it because she know her son. I guess, you know what I'm saying. You know
Mm-hmm.
how your people move. Um, so it's just been like, I don't know, man. I've been like, nah, I'm
So what
cool.
you prefer? You
What
prefer
you
older
mean?
or younger?
I don't think I can do older. So I only had a few people, like a couple people that are older that approached me since I've been single, and
Mm-hmm. Cause you know I do dating shows. We could hook that up.
first of all, what
We can
the
hook that up. We can hook that up. Get some pure
okay? So
pressure connections going on.
first of all, it's okay. So even though I am
Call
single,
it
it's a
Pressure After Dark.
mm, even
Mm.
though even though even though I am single, there are a few people that if I did that, they going, ooh, I'ma get it.
Oh Lord, you terrible.
You out here
Don't
trying
set
to
off
chase
the
somebody
alarm.
other than me. No, but I don't
Mm.
care. Okay, so this is the thing. I don't care. I am me. And I ain't nobody applied enough pressure to say you're my lady. So
Okay. Hey.
and be consistent about it. People done said it, like that situation I'm talking about, they stated it,
Mm-hmm.
posting me collages and all types of stuff. But
Right.
it's the consistency and the actions behind it.
Right.
That's yeah. Mm-mm. I'm not at that stage. You're not gonna just trick me into staying around until you figure out what you want to do. I
Mm-hmm.
did that before. I did it.
Right.
Not doing it again. I know what I'm worth, and I know what I
Come on
come
with the
with.
growth.
Like, let me tell you something.
Mm.
I
I call you
definitely
son
stand
because
on
you
my name.
shine like one.
Okay, period. I stand on my name. I stand on my name. And okay, so I have to give the story of how I got my name. So Pressure came from one of my friends that's been around since I was like 17, 16, 17 years old. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I just invited her to the live. That's my love. I ain't gonna say her name or nothing. I don't know if she want me to do that. But anyway, um, she's one of the people that has always spoke life into me. And you know what I'm saying? It be flirtatious and stuff because you know I like the ladies. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but beyond that, it was also like the understanding of the different talents and stuff that I have that I wasn't acknowledging at first, and now I'm gonna stand on them. Yeah, is. She was also a
Mm-hmm.
person that spoke light into me and made sure that I knew what I was. Like she was not playing about me. She was not ready to act like I wasn't who I was. And some
Right.
people, you know what I'm saying, if you've watched podcasts before, along my spiritual journey as well, I have danced, you know what I'm saying? And I had decided I was gonna pop back out, you know what I'm saying, for a second. And
Mm-hmm.
she was like, you need another name. I got a name for you. And she was like, Pressure. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, okay. She was like, you're Pressure. Like, she's like, all around your personality, you cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You're gorgeous, this, that, and the third. She was naming stuff. Like,
Come through
you're
with it.
Pressure. So
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to spell it a different way, though. I wanted it to, like, sound like pressure. Like, pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I came
Mm-hmm.
up with my spelling and I made my own logos and you know what I'm saying, all that for the podcast. Y'all, if you've listened to the podcast on YouTube or any other streaming platform, if you hear the intro, I made the poem that's spoken word in the background. I have a poem that I'm gonna read today probably. So
Oh, she out too.
so yeah, I'm letting y'all in my square today. That's what spiritually hood this episode is about. Like I want y'all to know how I got here. Cause like I said, this is the 10th episode. It might not be a big, you know what I'm saying, ideal to some
You
people,
go,
you know what
girl.
I'm
It's a
saying?
big deal
But
to
it's a
you.
big
You go,
deal to me.
girl.
And
Hmm.
I am going to
Period.
celebrate it. Period. I
Ooh,
don't care.
ooh.
I don't care what nobody got to say about that. I really don't. And if you don't like it,
Right,
then
right.
don't
Give
tune
your
in.
own self flowers.
Okay. But also it's just a lot of stuff that, you know, that has happened, that's transpired that got me to this place and dancing was a part of that. So I
Mm-hmm.
decided to use the name that was given for that purpose and use it as far as my brand. Then it came up with the idea of pure pressure because I feel like a lot of times people try to sugarcoat what they've been through and say, oh, I don't look like what I've been through. I do. I do. I look exactly like what I've been through. I look like all the pain, all the trauma, all the lies, all the abuse, all the
Mm-hmm.
essay, all the mental abuse, all the spiritual doubtfulness and confusion. I look like homelessness. I look like poverty. I look
Hmm.
like all of that. I also
Right,
look like a college graduate and a mother of three and a
right.
divorcee that been doing it by herself and don't need it, but I want it. I do.
Right.
I'm never going to say I don't need a man, because I accept and acknowledge that I need that presence in my life. However,
Mm-hmm.
I come with what I need, for real, for real. The necessities, for real, for real. I do everything else. I'll figure it out if you know what I'm saying,
Mm.
if necessary. So anybody that I bring into my square at this
Right.
point is because I want you here, and
Yeah.
therefore I'm not gonna be a pick me about it. Because if I don't like
Mm-hmm.
something, you gonna know.
I know that's right.
That's just what it is. And I'm not gonna accept nothing less than what I know that I deserve. Because why
Mm-hmm.
would I? Who does that?
Right.
Who's really doing that? Like, I just want to know.
Yeah. It's, when you get to a place of peace within yourself and you love yourself and you know what you deserve, you start ushering and manifesting that type of love.
Yep,
But you have to go through some shit to be able to recognize when you do come in contact with that type of love. But it does start with self-care and self-love first. You got to get that under control.
exactly. So, I want to get into the herb of the week. So, the herb of the week this week is psychedelic mushrooms or magic mushrooms. They have medicinal
What?
purposes that they can be used for, as well as, you know what I'm saying, the other ones we're not talking about that, but this is y'all know I give y'all things that y'all can reference, but I also post the references and resources and stuff on purepressure.com so that you can go check it out for yourself. I always say do your own research, don't take my word for it, straight up and down. But some of them can assist with relieving or severe depression and anxiety. They can help you to reboot your brain. Like if you're going through, like a period where you need to clear your head, they can definitely help you get to the root of things, especially if you have a guide. There are places you can go where you can have a guide walk you through the process, through the hallucinations and things like that, so you can actually get to the root of the problem. Helps with addiction withdrawal and increases openness to experience. So that's what I mean as far as it can help you. It can take you to a different level where you're able
Mhm.
to, actually go back to a childhood trauma that you didn't know you needed to acknowledge, but it'll help you grow through something that you're in presently. And that's a part of shadow work. That's a part of the spiritual journey that I had to go through. And I haven't tried the psychedelics. It's just you know what I'm saying? I always try to give y'all something y'all can use. I'm not gonna say I'm not planning to try it possibly, but I'm gonna do it with a God, because I want to do it for spiritual purposes and not just to be doing it.
Right.
But it has a lot of health benefits and things like that too that come with it. So
Mhm.
it's definitely something to look into. The crystal of the week is pyrite. I have one right here. Y'all see it?
That's pretty.
So pyrite is for protection. It enhances and for prospering. Pyrite is giving protection and security. It enhances connections in all aspects and brings good fortune and prosperity. I use this when I'm doing a lot of like manifestations for my businesses and the things that I want for my life. This
Mhm.
is part of what got me here with this podcast, um, all of that. So, yeah, it's definitely powerful. If you don't, you know what I'm saying? If you're not into crystals, I understand it's not for you. But yeah, if you are, then you know. You
All
already know.
right.
The sex position of the week is dedicated to the Taurus. You know what I'm saying? Because it's almost Taurus season. I'm gonna let y'all Aries finish. I only got about a week left. Okay. Um, it is the spooning position. So y'all know what spooning is. The woman lays in front and lays on her side. You enter from the back, and y'all do. It's variations with it though. Don't be lazy. Like figure out some ways. It's some different ways you can do it. Okay, you lift a leg up.
Spoon.
Tell them hold the feet. You hold your feet. Butterfly style. It's a lot of.
Hmm. Big spoon, little spoon action. Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's for like y'all know I be giving y'all some positions why or some toys where I be like, only use this if you want them to be around. This might be some if it's somebody that you really feeling. You know what I'm saying? If y'all really to
Mm.
that level, you just can't be no sneaky link that you only see between
Look, they
10
be
p.m.
spooning with every damn spoon.
No, you can't spoon with the nigga you see between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. You can't do that.
Mm.
That's giving
Mm.
mis that's mixed signals.
Yeah.
And sis, if he letting you do that and he telling you that he not your dude, you need to stop it. You need to listen.
Hmm.
It's about to be 4:30. It's time for
Stop
you to
the
go.
cap.
It's about to be 4:30. It's time for you to go. You can't spend the night. Like you
Mm-hmm.
need to cut that short so you
Trying to
can
get a
protect
motel
yourself.
room for the
Because
free.
then he will be like, "Why you being weird to me?" You know what I'm saying? You can't.
Yeah,
No,
anybody got time
we
for
not.
that?
We don't got time.
Yo, is it something that changed where dudes is like more emotional? You know what I'm saying? Or not more emotional, but just more sensitive than the females? Because I've been getting that vibe with a lot of my people. Like, it's a lot of these females is just like, just not even being mean,
Because
but just being blunt.
we
And
just
it's like
been
they're getting their
so,
feelings
because
hurt.
we watched our mamas and grandmamas and cousins and aunties, and we done been through with the phase where we done teeter-tottered and, oh, we try to be perfect and this nigga still cheated, or you try to
I
be perfect
mean,
and he
yeah,
still hurt you and stuff. So at a
right.
certain point, you just be like, look, nigga.
Okay.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
this where I'm at, y'all. Like, I am really at that point where it's like, look, this what it
Look,
is.
she
And if you ain't with it,
tried to be classy, tried to say it nicely,
you know what I'm saying?
tried to
Hey,
be gentle.
hey, I just want you to
Mm.
know I'm not fucking with that shit.
And now they crying and going to support groups. But you know
Hey,
what?
and
I
I'm
think that's
like,
a
you
good
know what?
thing.
You had me
Hmm.
fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. And then
Like, come
now,
on,
how do
man.
you correct the one that you really want, though?
Yes, we definitely want y'all to open up more. But what she's saying, it just seems like it's just switched. Like it's like everybody didn't switch like the profile. Like the men was always so hard and stuff. Now men like, you hurt my feelings, like bruh. Like nigga, I didn't know you
When you're
had
being
feelings.
honest.
I've been dealing with you for 20 years. I didn't know you had feelings about shit. You always act like everything was everything. You ain't never expressed feelings. Even when
Right.
I was expressing feelings, you was like shutting that down. Now all of a sudden it's like I hurt
Right.
your feelings. Like damn, my nigga, I'm supposed to know.
That's what I'm saying. It's like an expression, like not you necessarily trying to hurt his feelings or not that he's crying, but it's just that whatever when women are trying to express how they feel and they're just trying to be just blunt about it and not sugarcoat shit so that he understands and doesn't have to read between the lines. When he does that, for some reason, the men are starting to get like, I don't want to fuck with you no
Because they're
more
not
because you
used
hurt
to
my
us being
feelings. You just said that to
assertive.
make me mad
They are
type
not
shit. And it's
used to
like,
us being
damn.
assertive, man. They want us to submit. They don't want assertive. They want submission. They don't want that. They want you to chill.
Mm,
They want you to chill, and everything is everything. Everything is
right.
So anyway,
Everything is
the sex
everything.
position, the sex toy of the week is the Womanizer Premium. Now, the Womanizer is the first intimate product to feature the pleasure air. With this incredible technology, it's possible to satisfy a woman without direct clitoral contact. So you can hold it like kind of hover over. Let me tell you something.
Now what now? Cause
You
you're
can
talking
hover.
like you know how to
Cause I got
like
you.
oh,
Cause I
oh
got you.
okay.
Yeah, that's what this week we featuring toy stuff because it's about me this week.
All
Yeah,
right,
straight up. So
come on, spiritual journey.
you can hover over that jank. You know what I'm saying? Over the
Oh,
clit.
okay.
And
Tell them
it
what you know.
the suction and the air from it, like think about if he stuck on there and then blow on it.
Look, Amazon needs you to write their reviews, okay? Because that was very descriptive.
I'm just saying. Suck and blow.
And then the
Suck and
face
blow.
with it too. You had to do the face too. You terrible.
Pure pressure.
She is
Pure
terrible.
pressure.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so I'm gonna share with y'all my poem. All right, Lord Jesus.
Hmm.
Let me get my life together. All right. It's called Black Man. You awaken to instant danger just by the nature of the beast. They see before they even know your given name, let alone calling or God given nature. And the talent that you possess, the gifts you set out to give, and are often not enough for those you daily seek to please, no matter how worthy or not they prove themselves to be. Because it's in you, not of you. And they couldn't fathom what it would take to stand, let alone walk daily, in those size 10s you walk through life's trials and tribulations in. They can only judge from their seat, for they will never know what it is to be what the world expects you to be. Black man, and for that very reason, I wrote this simply to say, Black man, you are, you have been, you shall be, you will always be God's greatest creation to me, signed a Black woman.
Aww. Hold on. Snaps.
Not just
That was dope. That was
so
dope. You got
I
mad
wanted to
skills,
share
girl.
that. And the reason I wanted to share that is because I have talked about a lot of stuff that I've been through, you know what I'm saying, with Black men, you know what I'm saying, and I don't ever want it to be mistaken or to be confused or to be thought that I am um bashing Black men. Don't
Right.
hold that up. And I
Right.
need me one, and I'm gonna get me a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And when I get them, y'all gonna know because I'm gonna be a ghost other than this goddamn podcast and these shows. I'm gonna be a ghost.
Mm-mm.
What happened? Because no, this is the thing. Not just because of that, but also I'm about to be head down, grind forward. Like I have a lot of things that I want to accomplish and things that I'm going to accomplish. So yeah, y'all
I'm
about
happy
to
for
not
you.
see me whether I'm in a relationship or not. Y'all probably not even gonna know I'm in a relationship because y'all not gonna know unless y'all know me personally. That's just cool.
I'm happy for you and I'm proud of you and keep doing your thing. For real.
I appreciate you, love, and I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate all of y'all that tapped in today and people that been
Yes.
watching the whole time. We've been on here for almost 2 hours, y'all. And
Stop.
that's outside of, we started at 7:30. It's what, 8:42. It's going
Oh,
until
damn.
the half hour.
Hmm.
But
Mm-mm-mm.
that's outside of the pre-show. So this has been definitely been a memorable episode. We were supposed to have a few more people pop in with us, but you know, things happen. It is what it is. We're gonna have a lot more people coming through. I'm doing a special episode this weekend. I'm not telling y'all when until it's time. But I got a few things that I'm working on. Y'all already know I'm always applying pressure. I'm always coming to something different. Y'all will definitely
Mm-hmm.
be able to catch the visuals on YouTube tomorrow after midnight. Also, it will be on all platforms if you want to stream it and catch up. If you got here at the last minute, whatever. So you can see what we were chatting about. But I do want y'all
Stream,
to
stream,
know
stream.
I do want y'all to know Pure Pressure is definitely something that has helped me grow a lot. It's helped me learn a lot about myself and it's helped me to realize about a lot about myself, whether good or bad. All feedback is definitely appreciated, even if it's something you think I might not like, because I need to know we growing. And I definitely want to get the messages that I have coming forward because we didn't teeter totter. We just talked about some stuff, but I got some real stuff that we're gonna get into and some
Mm-hmm.
people in the city that I want to push to the forefront and get their message out and get what they have going on out there as well.
Right.
So, um, y'all know I'll be here every Thursday to record live, but we will be, you know what I'm saying, up on Fridays, and I'll check with y'all next week.
Bye.